Hey guys, Coach Mitch here. I'm going to be direct with you. Most of my Secret Service candidates who come into my coaching program, and most who go into the actual Secret Service super interview, walk into these interviews or to my coaching program thinking they're ready and they're not. Especially the actual interview. They walk in there thinking, well, I practiced, I've written down my answers. These guys here are going to see how confident I am. They feel confident, right? And then when this panelist sits down in front of this panel who's going to interview them, it's a completely different environment, and they understand that very quickly. I'm in trouble. Because the first thing you're going to say to them is things they hear all the time. These boring, topical answers that sound like everybody else. You're relying on structure while talking to these professionals. They don't want to hear only structure. That means use a STAR, right? Situation, task, action, result, and you're bringing that into the interview. It's not going to help you out at all, okay? They don't care about you trying to sound good. They want you to get down to the minutia of you and who you are. They want to know who you are. That's going to be expressed through your answers. And this is where the candidates struggle in the interview, where they go wrong. The first thing I want to tell you is this panel here hears it every day, these generic answers, They're tired of that. They want you to get down into you say stuff like, I'm hardworking, disciplined, and motivated. Who is it? Anybody with a basic job can be hardworking, disciplined, and motivated. You're not going to impress them with those kind of answers. They want to know what makes you different in that same pressure environment. That's what they're looking for. They want to hear about clear thinking, controlled responses, real judgment, emotional maturity. Okay, that's what they want to hear. Number two always gets people over-explaining to the panel. You're going to babble and blah, 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 and over-explain to this panel while they're looking at you, and you show them lack of control, of course, lack of precision, of course, lack of good decision-making. They don't want to hear that. Good, strong candidates say what matters. This is what I teach you in my coaching program. If you're going to take the time to fly down there or drive down there, put on your nice outfit you have on, but you don't have it up here for these people, you're wasting your time. They see suits and dresses every day. They see what appear to be smart people, but once they start talking like, oh gosh, seriously, they're not impressed. Now they have great poker faces, right? You can't read them at all. But in their head they're saying, oh, here we go, another, same one as the last time, reject, reject, reject. This means you're not working the way you should be working for this panel, right? You already have the skill set there. You just don't know it. You don't know how to tap into it. You don't understand that it's there, right? So big one here is that you have to show decision-making abilities, right? Decision-making abilities. In my coaching program, there are two questions that directly hit that directly, right? I'm asking you two questions that I want to see if you can answer them, because I don't want to hear about why you chose your answer, right? I want to hear about what is the reasoning behind why you chose that answer, right? It's like pick A or B. Okay, I picked B, thanks. Can I go now? No. Tell me why you picked B. What's the rationale behind B? What happened to not picking A? Why was B the better choice for you, for your partner, for the world, for whatever, right? That's the minutia of the answer they want you to get into, right? Number four, I see this sometimes with my civilians. They try to sound like law enforcement instead of Secret Service. Now, of course, law enforcement does that too, but I even have my civilians trying to sound like local police or a general federal applicant. These guys are here in front of you. You come off sound that way, they're going to say, oh my God, right? You don't want to do that. They want to hear, you're talking in we format, right? We did this, the team took care of it, we went over here, we, right? Their panel wants to hear about what you did in that situation, right? You can go into some we talk as well, but you have to be able to understand they're going to ask about what you did, what you did, what you did. Now, we do fold in some we, but you have to understand this is so important. This is where you guys are losing it, because they're asking you a question about you and you're going to this we context. And this is what's killing so many of you guys. So many of you guys are not making it past the interview for Secret Service because it's not good, right? Last one I want to tell you about is this. You think confidence is enough. Confidence is not, they're not impressed by that. They're not looking for confidence right now. They're looking for control, a judgment, emotional maturity. That's what they're looking for. Confidence does not take precedence in any answer to what they're asking you, guys. You have to understand that. You got to have good control of the answer you give them. You got to have good judgment to show you're making good judgment calls. You have to have good emotional maturity to show them this as well. Here's the truth. Most candidates don't fail in front of this panel because they're unqualified. They fail because their answers to this panel are weak. These answers are unfocused, and they don't match what they're actually asking you in the first place. And by the time you realize it, while talking to this panel in front of you, the interview is already over. If you're serious about Secret Service, if this is really something you want to do, you need to fix how you think. Uncivilianize yourself and get into the Secret Service mission. That's what you want to do. Structure your answers to a certain extent, but it's not the only way to answer a question in Secret Service. STAR does not have the overt presence. It has a very subvert presence, right? It's not the overt way to go through it. You don't want to do that, right? And also how you present yourself under pressure. This is what they're looking at. This is what I work on with my clients day in and day out for Secret Service. We have to understand what's going on with the questions they're asking us, why they're asking us, and how do we answer those questions time again. These are the important parts of passing the Secret Service super interview. Don't walk into that guessing, because if you guess, it's going to get you what? Part of that 70+% who don't pass the first time. I have been at this for 7 years, teaching clients the Secret Service super interview, how to get past that part so you can go on and get your badge one day. I have a 90.4% success rate. I'm not perfect, but 9 out of 10 is pretty good. If you're serious about maybe the ACE this month or the ACE in May, I could show you how to do this. But you need to not think about STAR or generic answers, because you're not going to pass them. They don't want to deal with that stuff. They don't want to deal with that at all. All right, you guys, you take care. It's Coach Mitch. Have a good day. Bye-bye.